This is TomoNews for Friday, January 12th. Frozen gators? A video released Monday shed light on the unique way alligators adapt to icy winter conditions. In the video, alligators in a North Carolina swamp park were seemingly frozen inside a pond, with only their snouts visible above the ice. Alligators are ectothermic, which means they don't generate their own body heat and rely on the environment to regulate their internal temperature. Most gators live in temperate climates, but occasionally a bomb cyclone brings in an icy winter and the scaly creatures have to deal. When temperatures reach freezing, gators are known to stick their snouts out of the water before the surface ices over. This allows them to continue breathing as they lower their body temperatures and metabolism, falling into a hibernating state in a process known as brumation. Once it becomes warm and the water thaws, the cold-blooded animals will slowly begin thermoregulating their body temperatures. Days after the frozen gator video made its rounds online, an update was posted showing the gators now out and about, though apparently still grumpy from their winter nap. A new way to restore corals. Researchers have found a new way to cheaply and efficiently restore dying corals, using a method similar to how farmers scatter seedlings onto a field. With the world's corals deteriorating at an alarming rate and restoration often slow and laborious, a team of scientists has come up with a better approach to sowing corals. The new method involves harvesting coral larvae and planting them on tetrapod-shaped cement substrates. In a few weeks, the larvae will turn into coral polyps, which can be sewn onto the reef. The seeding units don't require manual attachment and only need to be wedged into the reef's crevices. One day, they can be sewn from boats or by underwater drone. 12 months after the sowing, the scientists found at least one coral growing on half the units. They believe the technique can sow 10,000 corals in just 50 working hours, compared to the hundreds or even thousands of hours needed for common restoration methods. The team is currently working to refine each step of their novel sowing approach. Where are the costumes? Elon Musk attended a party at a Silicon Valley investor's house that got a little out of hand. The Tesla and SpaceX CEO said he attended the now infamous sex party at investor Steve Jurvetson residence, but that he didn't see anything naughty. Apparently, Musk thought it was going to be a costume party. He was at the party for a few hours and bounced around 1 a.m. after talking some shop. The party was mentioned in a Vanity Fair piece from Emily Chang's new book, Brotopia, about Silicon Valley's male-dominated culture. In Chang's account, an anonymous Jane Doe said she saw a bunch of people cuddling and was offered some powdered goodies. In November, Jurvetson parted ways with his venture firm Draper Fisher Jurvetson and took leave from the boards of Tesla and SpaceX, following an internal investigation. Lawsuit claims Google employees block conservative staff members. Googlers detest working with white conservative dudes. That's according to the allegations made in a discrimination lawsuit filed by ex-Googlers James Damore and David Goodman. Both are white male conservatives. Damore wrote a 10-page internal memo titled Google's Ideological Echo Chamber with citations slamming the company's diversity policies. That triggered an internal debate within Google, and the memo somehow got leaked to the media. Damore was subsequently fired. Damore and Goodman's lawsuit, if true, details a company culture where employees can block and actively avoid working with staff over political leanings. It also claims Googlers created a blacklist of big conservative media dudes not allowed on Google property. Interestingly, the lawsuit also tells of two employees, one who identifies as a yellow-scaled wingless dragonkin, and the other as an expansive ornate building, doing presentations at Google. The lawsuit also claims the Big G's internal forums has little on straight couples, but is lit up with alternative lifestyles including furries and polygamy. It's worth bearing in mind here that this is all coming from fired staff, and that Google, as massive as it is still a private company from San Francisco, California. And it's not just these dudes who are suing them. Several women have filed a joint suit against them citing gender pay discrimination. And Google is also the subject of a U.S. Department of Labor investigation over whether it has breached equal pay laws. But hey, at least things seem to be quiet on the YouTube adpocalypse front. Oh, crap. It might soon be a permanent game over for coral reefs. Warming waters are hurting the world's coral reefs almost 5 times more than they did 30 years ago. Scientists looked at bleaching data in 100 coral reefs. They found that the frequency of bleaching from warmer waters increased 5-fold from once every few decades to once every 6 years. Bleaching occurs when the reef reacts to stressful changes in temperature, light, nutrients, and other conditions. This makes the reef eject the symbiotic algae in their tissue and turn pale white. Corals can survive and even recover, but continued bleaching eventually leads to death. According to the National Ocean Service, coral reefs are considered sessile animals, meaning they're fixed to one place. The World Wildlife Fund says they provide almost $30 billion in goods and services every year. They're also important for tourism, coast protection against heavy storms, typhoons, and even tsunamis.